What's up, Joe?
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
We're doing pretty good. How about
So,
you guys?
doing great. So, obviously, we got a big game coming up here with the Pistons versus the Knicks. How you feeling about it right now?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Feeling good?
I feel like
Feeling confident?
there's some different vibes going on from the past two games.
Because the past two games vibes, I would say, were
Not very good.
very, very bad.
Yes.
Knicks got creamed both times. I don't know what it is, but I don't think that's going to happen this time, Joe.
Absolutely not.
If you had to say why would you say that?
Let's go with my keys to the game.
Keys to the game. Let's hear them.
Keys to the game. I want somebody other than Jalen Brunson to bring up the basketball.
Okay. No Jalen Brunson half court slow time game is what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm with you.
Something else I'm saying is defense. That is a big factor. Everyone knows that.
Big one.
So that's all I'm saying about defense. And my last and final one, that's my favorite one that we need, is some big Clarkson minutes, baby.
Joey D loves Jordan Clarkson. He wants to see a lot off of it. I don't know. Mike Brown doesn't seem to be agreeing the last couple of games, but who knows? Maybe he'll have his moment.
During our slumps.
Maybe he'll have his moment. So I agree big time with the Brunson commentary. I think that if anything, the last two games versus the Pistons showed us is that the Brunson half court offense is not going to work against this Pistons team.
Absolutely
They're
not.
too big. They're too physical. And I think the world of JB, but they're going to trap him in the corner right at the half court line, extend the shot clock, and they're going to get some turnovers with some easy points. That was the story of the last couple of games. Joe, I'll toss something out there. Speaking of the physicality, I'm expecting a physical game, which means there's probably going to be a bunch of non-calls, like fouls that are not called. So what do you think I'm going to say? Who needs to get good with that?
Carl Anthony Towns.
My boy Cat. I don't want to see you complaining about fouls today. I don't want to see you. Sorry, I'm not a natural cameraman.
It's okay, bro.
At the end of the day, bro, Cat needs to remember he's a big man too. He's 7 foot tall.
Big boy.
Go move people around, brother. You're bigger than everybody else, and you can shoot. Like, don't worry about them fouls. That's what I would have to say.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Indeed. And, we got so pumped up about this game, we decided we didn't want to watch it from the couch. We decided we wanted to show up and see it in person. So we're going to flip that camera. Give you guys a little bit of a view. Here's our buddy coming in. We need that energy right there, brother. Yeah. Anyway, let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
Okay, so we had some fun doing that intro live at the Garden, but clearly things didn't work out the way we hoped they would, did they, Joe?
No.
No, they did not. So we're here to break down Thursday night's game, Knicks versus the Pistons. It was a big game. It didn't go the Knicks' way. Joe, we mentioned a bunch of stuff in our live intro. We talked about Brunson. We talked about Cat. We talked about Clarkson. Why don't you start off giving your opinion on where you think things went wrong?
All right, so I think the biggest thing that stood out was that we cannot hit a three-point shot at all.
Agreed.
We were 22.9% from three-pointer. It's pretty bad.
It was, although, what's interesting, Joe? That 22.9% from three-pointers, that was the end of game stat, right?
Yeah.
And there was
before all the garbage time, we were 17% from three.
Even worse, Joe. I took a picture of I took a picture of the scoreboard during the game, because it's funny. The vibe in the Garden is different than the vibe on your couch, obviously, right?
100%.
But it's kind of like you're watching the same game, but like a missed three, you feel it more when you're there because the whole crowd goes, "Ah."
Exactly.
And everybody is saying what you're feeling, so your own emotions are kind of exaggerated, right? So I took this picture during it was the very end of the second quarter. The score was 46-51. Pistons were in the lead. There was 1 minute and 19 seconds left in the game, and the 3-point percentage for the New York Knicks was 7.1%. 7.1%. It was
So
awful.
bad.
the
So
first. So meanwhile, the game started out great. Knicks win the tip. Brunson brings it up. He nails a 3-pointer, and I was like, okay, we're out to a quick 5-0 lead. But that 3-pointer that Brunson hit was the last one they would hit in the first half. They went 1 for 16 in the first half.
That's so bad.
It was unbelievable how terrible it was. And I just sat there and I said to myself, this just can't. They ended the first half 6% shooting from threes, and
terrible.
the Pistons were 40% shooting from threes, and they're not a 40% shooting team. They shoot 34%. They were shooting 34% coming in. So okay, I don't want to harp on the 3-point percentage too much, but let's when you strip out that garbage time, right? Because it didn't matter. The game was basically over. With what was this? With 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, I think we were down by what is this? It was 97-81. They were cruising. Cade wasn't even in the game, and we couldn't make up any ground. And I think that's when, at least for me, I knew it was over.
He literally was insane. He dropped 42 points on us. That was bad.
Look, we're gonna come back to Cade because he's a problem. He's a real problem for us, right? But hold on, before we dig in too much to just the 3-point plays, I want to actually talk about the game itself, right? The aftermath, because we're a couple days after the game here, so we've had time to process this. A lot of the stuff that there's a ton of great Knick podcasters out there. All the stuff that they were posting was in the immediate aftermath of the game, and it was bad. There were some angry people. There were some sad people. Even people that we know, that we talk to, people were sending messages saying this was embarrassing. Someone said this is laughable, and someone else used the word pain. Someone was feeling physical pain. So Joe, I guess my question to you is, what do you think this means? What were your feelings coming out of the game versus what you're feeling right now today?
I was just sad. I was just bruh, what the heck? Honestly, we haven't had an actual game against the Pistons, because the first 2 times, I know this might sound like I'm making excuses, but still, we haven't, we weren't fully healthy those other 2 times, but whatever, that's a bad excuse. But this time we were actually healthy. We had everybody ready. But the thing is, we just couldn't hit a 3-pointer. So imagine if we hit our 3-pointers, then maybe we would have a game. But that was just a terrible game to watch. It was painful.
Joe, I agree. I don't want to be in the game of what ifs, but for the Knicks to be shooting 1 for 16 in the first half of
that's not normal.
It's not. And so even if you just do some quick math, right? If they were to, they're a 37% shooting team. Let's say they were to go back to that number. That's basically another 4 or 5 3-pointers, right? And so 4 to 5 3-pointers is 12 to 15 points. And we were down by 10. So we could have been tied going into the half. That's a much different game. But that being said, you can't play these numbers games. The big problem, the thing that disappointed me about the game was we just got our butts kicked. And you're trying to make a statement here. You're trying to make a statement about, you as a team, where do you rank in the East? And it was ugly.
Going down.
It was ugly. Now, I heard there's a great podcast that Mello does. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. And he was talking about when you call a professional athlete soft, it's the biggest insult you could possibly do, unless they're soft. He's like, you never call someone soft unless they're soft. I'm not here to make accusations. I'm not. But, one of my big things is I wanted Cat to impose his will on this team. There was no Jalen Duren. There was no Isaiah Stewart. Cat did not do that. He did not do that. Now, there was one play that they overturned where he literally got punched in the face, and they overturned the foul. Which,
those refs were pretty bad, but
there was a stretch where there were 4 possessions in a row where the refs just completely screwed the calls up. But whatever, you can't blame the 3-point shooting. You can't blame the refs. this team just needs to be able to dig deep and decide, like, are we a tough basketball team or are we not a tough basketball team? And on the last podcast, I got accused of hating Mikal Bridges, which is untrue. I do not hate Mikal Bridges. But last night, or I guess Thursday night, was a perfect example of what bothers me about Mikal Bridges. Like, first of all, nobody could stop Cade Cunningham. That wasn't Mikal Bridges' fault. OG couldn't guard him. The only one who even had like somewhat like remotely successful time of disrupting him was Sohan, which we
Jeremy
saw. Like,
Sohan, we're gonna talk about him.
we are too little, too late. But like Mikal Bridges, I have another stat here. Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, like Brunson, basically from a scoring perspective, just like threw the team on his back.
Per usual.
When we were at that point right before the half that I took this picture of the scoreboard, I'm gonna put it back up on the screen. In the first half, you got 2 points from Cat, 6 points from Bridges, 5 points from Anunoby, and 6 points from Hart.
Well,
Like,
OG Anunoby only ended the game with like 8 points.
I'm just saying, there's got to be someone else has to step up, and maybe it's a little bit of the Mike Brown system because, like, reminder, Cat can shoot threes. I mean, him and Brunson won the sharpshooting contest at the All-Star game.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
with Allen Houston and Rick Brunson.
Agreed. So, like, there's the last thing I'm going to say about Cat. You could tell when Cat is in a bad mood, it's because he doesn't get touches and he's not scoring points. When Cat got downhill, he started to get to the foul line, started to see the ball go through the hoop. He hit a big three. In the third quarter, the Knicks actually came within 2 points. It was 60-62. The Knicks actually almost were like making a comeback. And then Mike Brown did a substitution and put Alvarado in. He put in a small lineup, and I was like, dude, Cat was just about to start cooking. Like, why are you taking him out? So I kind of think that it was a poorly managed game. The Knicks didn't have the spark. And people, I said on the podcast last week, like, am I concerned? I mean,
That did not age very well.
no, Joe, because look, at the end of the day, I don't deny facts. The fact of the matter is the Pistons are a good team. They are the best team in the East, and they kicked our butts. That's the fact of the matter. However, I think that if the Knicks play at their maximum level, they will beat them. They will beat them. I still feel that way. You cannot look at Thursday night and say the Knicks played well. They played horribly. But if we all play at the top of our game, I think it's Knicks in 5, candidly. Because straight up, you listen, Joe, I'm leaning in here. I think it's Knicks in 5 or 6 because, okay, Cade Cunningham, he's good. He's not SGA, okay? He's not going to drop 42 points every night on us. We have to figure out how to slow him down. He's one man. I don't put him in that top tier who's like unstoppable. He's a stoppable guy. We just couldn't do it, okay? And that's on the coaches. They got to figure that out. That's a personnel assignment, okay? Who else does Detroit have? Jalen Duren? How many points is he scoring per game?
Like, all right, this could be really wrong. I think it's like 17.
Okay.
I don't
fine.
even think it's 17. I don't know.
Dude, the point of my story is that if the Knicks play like they should, we should be beating the Pistons. The thing that's concerning is that they're not. And I don't know why that is. Like, I got more fire in my belly than they do. It doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, wait, but back to Jalen Duren for a second. He's good on offense, but like his rebounding is very good. He's like, I don't even know how to say it. He's just like, he's good at rebounding, defense, and he can be an offensive weapon when he wants to be.
Totally. But Joe, I'm saying I mean, the reason we won in the last series is because we were able to contain Cade and they didn't have an offensive answer for like an offensive counter. They're the same team, basically, just without a couple of other guys. So, and we sort of are too. So it's just like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Obviously, playoffs is all that matter. Also, it's in the past. It's already happened. It's like, there's no denying the facts. They absolutely crushed us. Cade Cunningham looked fantastic. We had no answers for him. But our guys played, like, Cunningham played at the top of his game. We played, like, forget the bottom of our game. Like, ours was just terrible. So I don't know how you fix that, but if you take our best versus their best, I still like our chances. Let me look here. Joe, you said you want to talk about Jordan Clarkson and Jeremy Sohan. Why
Yeah.
don't you go Sohan first because he's a new guy.
All right. But I just want to go back to Towns for a sec.
Okay.
You did talk about like when it was 60 to 62 and we were coming back and Karl Anthony Towns started cooking
Mm-hmm.
and we started to give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But then like we were like he was doing so good, like he was making us come back, but then he throws this stupid pass to either OG or Bridges on a fast break, and I'm like, bro, just get a layup. Like, just get an easy layup. Like, don't do the alley-oop stuff. It's not good. I mean, it is good, but like,
I do
if you
remember
need a
that.
bucket, just get the bucket. Like, don't do the flashy stuff. So that's what I thought about Cat, and then they subbed him out after that, and then that's where like all went bad. But like, we can beat this team. It's just like we just like I don't even know. Like,
We just didn't.
exactly. Like, oh my gosh, if we played like as hot, like if it was our best versus their best, we would absolutely cook them.
I do believe that. And that includes defense though, right? That includes
Yeah.
toughness, that includes all the things that go along with it. And I think people sit here and go like, "Oh, like Knicks fans, like you're just, whatever." But it's true. I think that our best team versus their best team, we come out on top.
Yeah. And at the beginning, they were like 0 for like 6. Like they didn't like they could not hit a shot. Like it was 3-0 right away, then 5-0, 5-0 lead. And then then they scored, but then we scored and it was 9-2. And that's where and then they took a timeout. So we had that game, but then it just didn't go well.
Honestly, I think that was our largest lead of the game. was
Yeah.
was with 2 minutes into the game.
Exactly.
All right, so talk to me about Jeremy Sohan, Joe.
Our new guy. Love Jeremy Sohan. He literally is the best. The new guys, love him. I love all of them. Like Jeremy Sohan, we got him from the Spurs. Yes. At first, I was like, oh, he's not gonna play. We have too many good guys. But he didn't he didn't play that much. But now that when he was on the court, he did everything good. His defense was good. He was even locking up Cade Cunningham for a bit. He was making him work for his buckets. And I didn't really see a lot of rebounding, but it's mostly his defense. So I think next time we see the Pistons, we get Jeremy Sohan a good amount of minutes and we put him on Cade Cunningham because OG couldn't guard him, Bridges couldn't guard him, Alvarado couldn't guard him. Next time we see them, Jeremy Sohan has to guard him, and we need to give him more minutes. I think he had 2 steals. One was off the inbound pass, got us a quick 2 buckets. First point of his Knicks career. I love it. And he got a steal mid game, and then it was fast break, and I think we got something out of it, but I don't know. So he could do stuff. I get it. Mike Brown was testing stuff out. He's got a hard job right now. There's a lot of guys that he's got to see, oh, who am I going to play during this late season and playoffs? But, yeah, I think Jeremy Sohan is a good pickup, and I think he needs more minutes.
Yeah, I think he definitely had an impact on the game when he was there. I loved that steal off the inbound.
I know. It was great.
I actually don't know that we've done that yet this season. Was that the first time we've done it this season?
I mean, Alvarado might have done it once, but hey,
Yeah.
who knows?
So it was pretty tough, as they say.
Exactly. But, yeah, his defense is there, all that. Rebounding good, steals good, blocks good. Oh, yeah, going into halftime, he blocked one of Cade's shots, and I was like, oh, yeah, I like this guy. That's when I realized
That was
he's
a good play.
Yes, he was good. But, and then, we could work on the offense. He didn't really have a lot of, opportunities on offense, but we could work on that so he could become a little dangerous on offense. But, hey, I think he's a good pickup.
All right, me too. I agree.
I'm a fan.
Before we move off of Detroit, talk to me about Clarkson.
Bro, Jordan Clarkson, why don't we use him? Former 6th man of the year. he's like whenever we played him, he always did super good. Like he always gave us buckets off the bench. He was usually our sixth man coming in with Mitchell Robinson when Shamit was out. But like he was just like I'm so mad because like he's so good, but we don't use him. Like his scoring was great. Like every time, like he would take so many shots, like pull up jumpers, and I was like, oh yeah, that's in, and it was in. So like we got to use it. Like he will give us a spark off the bench that we need. Like I'm not saying oh he needs to play like a bunch of minutes. I just want him to like see the floor. Like he had like were when we had that terrible slump in January, like he wasn't playing, and that's when we had our slump. But then when we put him back in the roster, he started winning again, and I was like, so like he's obviously bringing stuff to the team. He's obviously a weapon on offense, so I think we should use it. But hey, maybe Mike Brown is like maybe it's stuff we don't know, and he's gotta like and he's like trying to give these other guys minutes to see who would impact the game the best. But like for me personally, I think he should just play Jordan Clarkson no matter what.
Well, look, I'm just looking at Clarkson's stats. He's played in 51 games this year. His minutes are down. He's playing less than 19 minutes a game, which is actually the lowest of his career.
It's not good.
Last year, he played 26 minutes a game. Year before that, it was almost 31 minutes a game. And so, his points per game, let's see here. What do we got? Sorry, real-time stuff here. I mean, he's just he's shooting 43% from the field.
What about from three?
Here we go. From three, he's shooting 33%. He's
All right,
scoring
that's, like,
9 points.
decent.
He's scoring 9 points a game. I mean,
That's what he usually does. Like,
no, actually, Joe, he was scoring 16 to 17 points a game.
really?
But he was
Well,
getting minutes.
he was on a bad Jazz team though.
No, I get it, but he also was he was playing far more minutes. He was playing like almost 10 plus more minutes a game. Oh, I agree with you, dude. I think Clarkson can create his own shots. To your earlier point, it must be something that Mike Brown is seeing. I don't know that Clarkson's particularly strong defensively.
Yeah, but like we have other defensive guys.
Yeah,
And,
but
like,
then it'll just limit. Like, it'll limit who he can be on the court with. Like, it's tough to put him and Brunson out there. It's tough to put him, Brunson, and Cat out there.
well, yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna like actually happen, because like they always like they try to like I mean like I think they should limit that because like I think like Jordan Clarkson on this team, I think he would just be a shooting guard. Like he's not I don't think he's gonna be a point guard. Like we have Jose Alvarado and we have Tyler Kolek. So I think he's a shooting guard, and like he can shoot the ball. Like he's good. Like he could score the basketball, and like a 10-point game from Jordan Clarkson is good. Like that's like if we get 10 points a night from Clarkson, that's good for him.
But then, like, what happens to the minutes, like, to a guy like Landry Shamet? He's basically getting 22 minutes a game.
I'm not saying that Jordan Clarkson should get so many minutes in the world. He's just not playing at all.
True. I hear you. Although, Joe, if you had to guess, what do you think Shamet's 3-point percentage is?
Like
this season?
44.
It's 42%.
Yeah, like that's good.
He hasn't shot this well since his rookie season.
Yeah, Shamit is legit. I've been trying to tell people since last season. He's legit. I love him. He's my guy.
Are you kidding? Don't you remember the game where people were chanting Landry Shamet?
But yeah, we were at that game.
It was big time.
Playoffs. Everyone was
playoff
like,
game, man.
Landry Shamet.
That was big time. I
So
think that's
good.
actually big. That moment felt like a big reason why they brought him back to the New York Knicks. Because remember, like, he was sort of fighting for that last roster spot.
I know. I don't know how he was. Like, he's so clutch.
He's
so
a good dude. I'm glad he's on the team.
Yeah.
All right. So, Joe, I want to ask you a question that has to do with basketball, but doesn't really have to do with basketball. Okay?
Okay.
This might feel a little bit out of left field. So we were at the game, obviously, right? So you're at the game, and let's say that someone in your row is trying to get out, to go into the
You were
aisle.
talking about this.
Yeah, that's right. Someone's trying to get into the aisle. Maybe they need to get a snack or they need to go to the bathroom or something. As a person in that row, what is the proper etiquette? Are you supposed to stand up and let them go? Or do you do that little like side turn thing and try to move your legs out of the way? What do you think is the right etiquette?
All right, I got like two answers. So I think, well, one, actually, I'll tell you where, like, what I would do, but I actually have something else to say about that too. So if I have a bunch of stuff on the ground, or like just a bunch of stuff with me, I'm just gonna hold it and move my legs. I'm not standing up with all my stuff because there's too much of it, and I'll move my legs. But I get it, that is a little much. But let's say I don't have like a lot of stuff on me, or like there's other people where we can even out the stuff that everyone has. Then I'll stand up, because like it's hard when you only get that little room and they just get two legs. Like, I don't like that. I think it's better when when they stand up. And like either way, like people are like, "Oh, but you block people." Well, so is the person walking. So like that's what I think. But
So
also
you think the ideal thing is to stand up. However,
yeah.
as the stander, it's kind of a pain if you have a bunch of stuff on the floor, like your pretzels, or we know that you're a popcorn lover. So you have the popcorn box, and I always bring the clear backpack so that we can like
Yeah.
stuff our junk in there.
Our
So like,
iconic
yeah,
clear
it's like a
bag.
big hassle. I got to pick up my stuff. I got to make sure you don't spill my drink, blah, blah, blah.
And if there's no cup holders, so annoying.
It is unfortunate that not all rows in the garden have cup holders. Okay, but it sounds like you had a butt. What's the butt?
Oh, but one of my biggest something I get so annoyed by is if like you're in a row, but they're like closer to this row, but they still choose to go over here and you're on this side.
Mm,
I hate that so much. I'm
you
like,
do
bro,
get
just
so
go
mad.
to the other side.
Joey, in fact, there was one dad on Thursday.
Who
Poor
got up
guy.
like every
He
time.
was up like every 2 seconds, and he could have literally just gone to the left, but he chose to make like 20 people stand up, and I was like,
It's
brother,
like,
what are
bro,
you doing?
exactly.
I did feel bad for him though, because he didn't seem like a great crew he was with. They seemed a little high maintenance. Um, but yeah, I was starting to get irritated. The reason I bring it up is because, we were like 4 or 5 seats from the edge, and it was just like a group of people, and like they just did the little like side turn. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is like, and I'm not a big person, but it's hard for me to get out. Like, I'm gonna step on your feet, like just stand up, I'll
It's like
scoot out of here.
awkward.
Um, Anyway, I'd be interested to know, to all of our listeners, what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. And actually, Joe, we wanted to thank our subscribers. This is our second episode, but we feel like we got a pretty good response out there from the YouTube community. So
Like a whopping 17, right?
yeah, it's pretty good. I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
We've got no advertising in this operation here. This is all word of mouth stuff. So we appreciate you all. Thanks so much, and hope you keep liking and listening. Okay, so Pistons, yeah, is what it is. We'll see you in the playoffs.
Do we play them again this season?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
I don't like that. Oh wait, but think about it. Last year, wait, didn't we go
Aren't we
1-3 against them last
I
year?
think we should. Yeah, I thought we were supposed to play them 4 times, but I heard someone say they swept the season.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Let's play again. Let's see here. Maybe they'll play one more time. Doesn't look like it.
That was it?
We'll follow up with it. I think that may have been it, which is odd.
Hey, at least I don't gotta watch those bums again. But hey, are they even bums? No, I just don't like them.
Listen, I literally did not enjoy that game at all, but I'm sticking with listen, I'm doubling down. Our best versus their best. We beat them every time.
I agree. I agree.
Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
6.
Knicks
No,
in 5.
6. Knicks in 6. Hey,
Knicks in
maybe
6 just sounds better, but
maybe somebody will upset them for us, and then we just go right to the finals.
no, dude, you got to earn it. You got to earn it. You can't just walk into the finals.
I want to though.
Oh my man. All right, let's move on to this upcoming week. We're playing the Rockets tonight at 8:30. What's your outlook
Yes.
here, Joe?
Our defense is gonna step up against Kevin Durant.
Who do you think is going to be the lead scorer for the Rockets tonight?
Kevin Durant.
KD?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
He's a bucket. That's why.
Indeed.
He's a bucket.
I mean, how old is Kevin Durant?
He's 37. At 37 years old, he is still a bucket. He's averaging like 26 points per game. 26 or 27
That
points,
many?
right?
Let's see.
Yeah, he's a bucket.
Dang, Joe, you're right. He's averaging 26 points a game. He's playing 37 minutes a game.
Boy, that's a lot.
He's shooting 40% from 3.
God,
He's shooting 88% from the line.
he's good.
3
Per
turnovers
use.
a game.
How many?
3 a game.
That's like a lot.
That is pretty crazy. Fun fact, his hometown is Washington, D.C. I did not know that.
Me neither.
I did not know that. All right, so look, the Knicks got to bounce back. That's all I got to say. Where is Houston in the Western standings?
All right, so it's obviously Thunder, then Spurs, Nuggets, and then I think it's either the Timberwolves, I think, and then the Lakers, and then them. I don't know.
Actually, Joe, it looks like the
Or they-
Wolves, they're actually 4. Rockets are 4. They're 34-20. Lakers are 34-21. Timberwolves are 35-22. So they're all very, very, very close.
Yeah, it's hard with the West because it just always changes because it's so stacked.
Yeah, it is so stacked. So they're the number 4 team. They're coming into the Garden. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They're on a 1-game win streak. Look, man, it's going to be a good game to watch. I'm excited to watch it.
And they beat the Hot Hornets, like I said in the last episode. Man, they were
Those
good.
Hornets. Let's see. What do we got with the Hornets here? The Hornets are sitting at number 10. They're 7-3 in their
Playing.
last 10 games. They're on a 2-game skid. They are, let's
But
see
they did
here.
have a 9-game winning streak, I think.
They
Right?
did. That just came out of nowhere. It's amazing.
I know. I was like, what the heck?
So yeah, man, look, we're 4 in the East. The Rockets are 4 in the West. We got very
Wait,
similar.
we're 4?
Yeah, the Cavs are a half a game in front of us. The Cavs are 9-1 in their last 10. They've won 7 in a row.
What?
Yeah,
Bro.
I
You
told
were
you.
right. You were right about the Cavs.
I told you, dude. I'm a little scared about them, but
I am. Me
that's
too.
just for seeding purposes. They've demonstrated that they're not. They're pretenders.
And also,
Um,
wait. Going back to the Cavs for a sec. In the last 4 games, 4 no, but it was the Nets, the Nuggets, and obviously they beat the Nets, but still, the Nets are the Nets. And then they only beat the Nuggets by 2 points. They played against 2 other, like, not good teams. But I forget who.
So you're saying that their strength of schedule was a little weak.
Yeah, it wasn't
So-
very good.
Their last 4 games, they beat the Hornets by 5. They beat the
Yeah.
Nets by 30.
God dang.
They beat the Wizards by 25.
Jeez.
They beat the Nuggets by 2, and they beat the Kings by 6.
See? They,
So
like,
I would say, yeah, I mean, the Nuggets were obviously a bit of a challenge, but like the Kings, the Nets, the Wizards,
come
and
on.
the Hornets.
And you only beat the Kings by 6 points?
Dude, and prior to that, they played the Clippers and the Blazers.
All right.
It's a bit of a meatball, if you ask me.
It's like like you're like kind of right, but you're not right. Like you're right, but it hasn't really been proven yet.
I love to be wrong when it means it's better for the Knicks. All right. Well, the last thing I want to actually toss out there before we hit this as a wrap. We always want to provide good info for our fan base, yeah. And so I want to share a little insight that Joe and I had. So we decided to go to the Knicks game very last minute. We bought tickets the night before. Joe was off from school. I was working remotely, so I was like, "Oh, let's make this happen." And what's funny about the Garden is there's so many different places you could sit, and it's not always clear. There's so many nooks and crannies to the Garden, different little sections. Some sections have a ton of rows, some don't. Where does this team run out? Where does that team run out? Which area gets the most T-shirts during the T-shirt launches? Which
I
I
know.
love the T-shirt launches. And so
Me
we've
too.
been fortunate enough to go to a bunch of games that we're starting to like put some of the stuff together. New factoid though, we sat in section 419, the 400s. Now, if you're familiar with Madison Square Garden, you know that maybe like 10 years ago, they put in the bridge, which is like the floating sort of thing that's suspended like very high up. So 400 section, you think like, oh, these seats are, if it goes from like 100, 200, 300, 400 is probably a pretty bad section. Not true. There's a lot of hidden
It's pretty
value
good.
in the 400 sections. So here's the hot take. Here's the key information, the hack, the MSG hack that I would say. If you are in the 400s and you're under the Chase Bridge, you want to be in row 4 or lower. Once you're in row 5, you are not going to be able to see the scoreboard from your seat because the bridge is going to be in
It's
your
gonna be
line.
blocking
It's
it.
going to be blocking you. Now, if you're a very tall person, perhaps row 4 and you're sitting all the way back in your seat, perhaps row 4 is not going to be good for you.
But we wouldn't know.
But for men of our heights, for men of great heights,
Guys, I'm so tall. Like
row 4 was ideal.
like 7 feet. Right, Dad?
Maybe if you stand on the chair. No offense. I hurt you. All right. Joe, do we have anything else to say to our fans before we split for today?
Let's go Knicks and let's get a big win.
Let's go Knicks. Let's get buckets. Let's get stops.
And Jordan Clarkson.
No, you're going to say it. All right, everybody. Until the next episode. See you
See ya.
later.